Oh, wow. Thank you for that, Demarca. Like, I didn't mute it, but alright.
Wait, what happened?
I forgot to unmute the stream. Sorry about that, Demonica. So they missed all that.
Oh, so now you gotta go through it again.
Nope. Nope, we're not. But that also meant you missed your bits again. Ha ha ha! Unintentional denying! Anyway, we got
You've murdered my bits!
Anyway.
Both of them! No! All of them! I'm going to die!
Anyway, free Muscade.
I'm dying! My bits are dead! I might as well go with them before I go! I have one thing to tell you! Fuck you! Bleh.
No, I don't swing that way. I was actually looking to see if he actually left, but no, he didn't.
No, I didn't leave. I have no words. Did you literally take that flip what I said out of context?
Nope. Yeah, let's see. Summon, haste, and stop are what's forbidden. Okay, blue mage and.
Wait, did you think I meant that literally?
Nope.
Ah! So you didn't take it out of context. Good.
Let's see. I'm trying to think here. Who else I want to bring into the action? Can I bring... Yeah, I can bring my time mage. There we go. So, summon, hasten, stop. That's all that's forbidden, but this should be good.
Be fine.
Wow, some leftover members of Clan Bro... Let's see.
Clan Brosy.
Yeah, criminal clan that was causing trouble before.
Ah, yes. Clan Brosy. Because that's totally a scary name. I'm shaking in my goddamn boots right now.
Ow.
No, I'm not really shaking in my boots. Who names their clan Clan Brosy? That sounds like something you would. That sounds like something frat boys would call their club in college. Am I wrong though?
I cannot tell you. And I know this is 24 chance. Let's just see if it hits. Nope. Not as much.
Wait, what was your percentage on that?
24.
24? That's not as funny. It's not as funny as a high 90s. 24s you kind of expect it. It's just meh. 95s is where the legit anger comes from. So no, Bleach will be spared from my mocking of the misses today for that.
74% chance. Hit.
Ooh, a 74% chance. This means I get a legit shot to laugh.
Yeah, I got that one missed, but oh well. No, I expected as much with high evasion users like assassins. Almost did a normal summon, but time to do the bypass method of summon though. Okay. The attack on the assassin is like a 64% chance, I believe. So that should...
64? Meh.
Got her.
Nice.
And this one... Spells on my part are always 100% unless my character is somehow blind. Which she wasn't.
So it's always hit unless the character's blind. Got it.
Oh yeah, demonic can just look like it's in a it's Borzoi. It's Borzoi. I'm sorry to con. Okay, that's just. I just took it from what I remember how Alan remembered it first because of how we read it, and yes. From what he said, it's a dog breed. So they're named after a dog breed. Made for hunting.
Remember when I said I wasn't... Remember when I said I was shaking in my goddamn boot? And being sarcastic about it? Yeah, I'm gonna retract that now! Oh god, hunting dogs? Well, I know who they're gonna sniff out first!
What, you?
Yeah, me! I'm the one who's gonna go first!
Okay, I got an idea of how I'm gonna do this on that.
Bleach has an idea. I'm not sure if I should be intrigued or scared.
Ha 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 ha! You missed my Dragoon! Because he has the angel... Oh, right, he has the angel ring. That's why he resists petrification. Still. Ha!
Wait, what was his, what was his hit percentage?
Oh, it was... No, the assassin tried to petrify my Dragoon to no avail because angel ring makes him immune to being petrified. So that pretty much turned that accuracy rating for the enemy to a complete 0. as in it wouldn't work.
Sucker!
Oh, it was 70%. Oh, so it still would have hit, but it just would not have worked because I believe Angel Ring resists petrification.
How do you miss on a... You had a 70% chance to hit? How did you miss that? Talking to the enemy, by the way. No, really. I'd like to know
no,
how the hell... How the hell
Angel Ring does not
miss?
Angel Ring does not resist petrification. I just double checked. So, yeah, that's a... You have every reason to ask that now.
Oh, 70% chance! 70% chance and you missed! Entirely!
$95% chance attack, and it's going to do massive damage if it hits.
Sonic Boom! Direct hit!
Boost was definitely a good move on this hunter because hunters are already hard-hitting archers, so boosting the damage more, using boost to boost the next hit's damage even more. Ouch, that's gonna hurt for them.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hurt.
Oh, better idea instead of Twister. Let's reverse the MP and HP. 80% chance for this to work. Yeah, that's why I checked the Angel Ring, so yeah, I double checked. Now, if they did it... Now, if she tried to petrify my red mage, on the other hand... She couldn't because the ribbon.
Oh no.
Nullify all status ailments. But the big downside for the ribbon, only women can wear it. That's only Vieras can wear it. It's still a really good item in that regards.
Only... Oh my god! Oh dear god!
Again, it's still a really good item in that regards.
No, only women can wear ribbons! What if I wanted to wear a ribbon on my wrist?
It's only for this game. Other Final Fantasy games, anyone can equip a ribbon.
Oh.
Well, I think. I'm sure there's some that have it. I haven't played every Final Fantasy game, but this is the only one I can recall by memory that ribbons are only for the female characters. Alright. Oh, this could hurt if it does not kill him with her misses. Please kill. Yep, that was a kill.
Nice.
In most games, it's job/character restricted. That's what Demonican said, so yep.
I see.
Just because Ribbon is that huge of a helmet. I mean, to be fair, the Ribbon is one of the best stat items in most Final Fantasy games. Heck, even in Kingdom Hearts, it's a real good accessory. I want to check something, because...
What are you checking?
This helm here. No, it's not that good. Ooh.
What helm?
This helm I got of this Oni mask.
You got an Oni mask? Why did you get an Oni mask?
That's one of the rewards for this mission.
I see.
Oh. We got these missions already, I see. Well, maybe not? Oh, no, we do. Yes, we do. Forge and Fiend.
Uh-huh.
The one other thing I want is, since I finally have the item for it, I want the Snow Fairy mission.
What are you trying to rescue the Snow Fairy?
Maybe.
I swear, if I call this...
Actually, no.
My day has been ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable.
Just want to also know where the Fortune Fiend mission is. Oh, right there by the Lee River. Well, first things first, I want to try and... That's true, there's no abilities on the ribbon, but I do appreciate what it has more than the lack of abilities. Oh, crap. Get back here. Ah, made it just in time. But yeah, this mission you can actually have...
Didn't you say there was a mission where you could get one of the judges in your party?
That is only after you complete all 300 missions.
All 300 missions. Imagine playing all 300 missions in this game. Oh wait, I can't because I don't have any plans on playing this game anytime soon.
It's also a GBA game. A very old GBA game, so good luck finding it. And good luck affording it, by the way.
Huh.
But yeah, you can either fight the Snow Fairy, or if you have the Zero Ice, you can give the Zero Ice, and she'll give you the Ice Prism, which is actually, from what I read, a really good sword for paladins. Like, I actually want to take...
Do you actually have the item?
Yes, I do have the... She gave it to me because I...
Okay, so basically you skipped the whole fight and went for a trade.
Yep. I mean, it lowers my attack, but from what I remember correctly, people saying... Hold on, let me check my mission items. Oh, whoops, that's no. Enhances the power of ice. So yeah, the mission items actually do enhance your stuff as long as they're in your inventory.
Oh look!
And
items
Sprinkler
that actually work.
enhances power of ice and water. And as for what this Ice Prism Greatsword is, oh, it's an Ice Greatsword. Who would have thought within its name? So yes, with both the Zero Ice and Sprinkler, this thing's got a huge buff. It may not show on the attack stat, but it's got a pretty good buff already. That's just the base stats prior to buffs.
Oh, I see.
And they steel, missiles, and instruments. You did not master the ability like I thought you were going to before this.
Oh no.
We'll get another chance next. Anyway, this is a time I would definitely say doing the Fortune Fiend missions before the final boss could be helpful. Yeah, we got a pretty tough enemy as it is, because ready to see the level of this single enemy?
Not really. I mean, it's not like it's going to be anything lower. Oh my god!
Yeah, this is why I say it could be helpful, because fighting enemy this high level...
I was expecting that to be a level 24, not a level 38!
It's higher than the final boss. But it's actually weaker than the final boss, ironically. Or unironically. Take your pick.
It's almost, I feel like they wanted, God, I lost my train of thought. I have no words. I have no words.
You have no words for...
No.
Again, it's not that hard in comparison to to the final boss. Final boss had like over 600 HP. No, over 500 HP with stats over the 600. This thing's stats are much weaker in comparison. Like over 200 HP and the stats, yeah, just barely leaking over into the 400s. We're fine. But
We? Oh no, not we. You're the one playing the game, not me.
We as in my party.
Oh. I'm stupid.
Yeah, I personally think doing all the Fortune Fiend missions before the final boss is helpful because all of them are higher level than the final boss. It's gonna definitely be worth your time for EXP. Oh, hello! Hello! I should have had learning on...
You mean you didn't have learning on? You mean you didn't go to school?
You know, I'm gonna do a cheap up just because I just saw that. But that was a bad joke. But by the way, put that on so I can get knights. Because I was like,
oh come on, that was one of my better ones, and you know it.
I've heard better ones from Daemonican.
Good to know that there's someone out there that has better lines, that has better singers than I do.
Alan.
That's really good to know.
Alan, I'm pretty sure I've been around the net longer than you. You, no offense, man. I've dealt with Daemonican. I've dealt with EX Porygon. I dealt with a lot of people that pretty much gave a lot better zingers. Okay, thank you. And Knight learned.
Hooray! You went to night school! Good for you! What does that do you in this day and age? Nothing!
What that does me actually is that it allows me to now will use Knight with my Blue Mage. Oh, we're already going to take out a huge chunk of her HP with this move. Or it could miss.
Wait, what was the hit percentage?
I think it was like 74.
Oh, boo!
40% chance on a slow. That's, of course, expected for a boss. So instead, let's go with a better hit, 75, to cut HP in half. And holy light! Let's see what. Okay, so I have to move right here instead, then. Cut the HP even more in half.
But you can't cut half into half. It'd just be a quarter. Wait.
Alan.
Logic ruined.
Alan. I cut one HP in her HP that was in half before, and then I cut it in half again. So I cut it the half I already did. Your logic is flawed. Just pretty much keeping cutting HP in half to make it lower. And now she's dead. If the 75% chance hits. Which it should. Which it did. And just like that, that one's done. And now, let's change you to a sage so we can get you to work on bio. And we got yet another Forge and Fiend mission.
Okay. I'm supposed to be impressed.
I mean, yeah, it means another high-level boss.
Great, more money that I know what to do with. Look at me, I'm Scrooge McDuck. I'll be swimming in my money if you need me.
Hey, don't diss Scrooge McDuck.
That wasn't me dissing.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you positive?
If I wanted, yes, I'm very positive. If I wanted to diss Scrooge McDuck, I'd say something more insulting.
I did what I said. I was about ready to clip that if the meteor whiffed. As in, he would have clipped it because it missed. Oh, gosh.
I honestly wish it did miss. That would have been hysterical.
Great businessman, terrible family man. Yeah, Jones says about Scrooge McDuck. I mean, yes and sort of no, I think, from what I've seen of the new DuckTales.
Oh, I love the new DuckTales. It's amazing.
From clips I've seen on YouTube.
Please, I've watched all the way up to season 2.
Okay, now where is this Fortune Fiend, I wonder? Where are you? I did buy the Fortune Fiend mission, did I? Yes, I did. Okay. Where?
You know, if you didn't answer that question, I was gonna reply with a stupid answer. And then followed it up with a "here's your sign."
Oh man, I'm sorry, Democrat. I'm derping along in my pronunciation. Yeah, I don't stream this early in the morning, usually except with Porygon. Well, Jan, Dead Space 3 co-op blind with me and EX Porygon this Thursday. Come see him go insane, because he's on the insane co-op side.
Yeah, I'm thinking about keeping the chain going. Unconfirmed yet.
Well, it depends how much you like the non-insane side. Okay, I'm just...
But yeah, I can just see it now. We're looking at a wall, and I just see a normal, standard wall, nothing out of the ordinary. And then I can just imagine Bleach being like, oh god, it's happening! Make it stop! What are you talking about? It's just a wall. Make it stop!
You act like I'll be that scared.
No, I'm just over-exaggerating.
Yeah, Night Demon, Anakin. Alright, here we go. Foreign Fiend. More accurate. Said it more correctly this time. Let's see here. I want to check though.
Wait, you want what checked?
Okay, so that thing's gonna block arrows, so never mind about that, but... Okay, that's gonna make things a little tricky. But I want to get that ability mastered for you, so I'm gonna have you still here just in case. Plus, your corner technique should provide some help. Well, block arrows shouldn't count towards gunfire, hopefully. forgot something to put on you, but that's alright. I can manage. Yep, block arrows definitely does not block gunshots.
Oh. Yeah. Gunshots move faster than arrows. And they're fired from, a gun.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misread that. So, dark. Okay. Anyway. Well, that blind's definitely gonna help me out more.
Mm-hmm.
And wait. You serious? I can actually attempt to petrify this guy? Are you serious? I have no idea if this could work or not. It's saying 100%, but I
mean, if it's 100%, you might as well take that chance.
I just petrified a boss.
Wow. You don't get to do that every day. Savor this moment. Enjoy it.
Alright, but now that she's mastered that at last, back to Assassin. And equipping, where is it? They're more Hookbow. What?
Dog is outside, the door's open if he wants to come in.
Alright. And now put all her gear back on. Whoops. I mean, that's true, Dumokin. I just wasn't expecting it myself. So, because it's usually very uncommon. Especially for something that was an instant kill. Granted, that was a side quest boss, so I'm not too hurt about it. I'd be more disturbed if it was like the final boss that they could do it to.
Oh yeah. The boss, the final boss that has that can wipe out the entire party in one move! If you couldn't tell, that final boss scares the living daylights out of me.
No. You don't say. Okay, so stop. Holy and Berserk are what's forbidden. Well, I don't want to fight you guys. So I'm going to put my two fastest characters in. Start the battle. And
you're gonna put your two fastest characters in this battle, okay.
Just like
I expect this to be over in 10 turns. Anything more than 10 is an automatic failure.
Okay, I got that water sigil because I wanted to check something about it. Where's the water sigil? Well, that's an earth sigil, but does...
Yeah, keep an eye on how many turns he takes to beat this thing.
I already fled the battle.
Oh, you fled it?
Yes.
Well, that's disappointing.
It was like I put my fastest characters in for the purpose of not throwing everyone in, like Demarcus said, and I could just flee. Because my fastest characters are out, so I can get to my turn faster.
Well, that's disappointing. I thought you were putting your fastest characters out there so you could be done with it in a hurry.
Nope.
I see.
Okay, this time, for real. Put alchemy back on my sage. And the next foreign fiend, because we got 2 this time. We got 2 enemies this time. A level 36, so he's the same level as the final boss.
Oh, cool.
And waiting for Alan's response to that.
What response to what? Oh my god! What is that monstrosity?
That is a big Marlboro.
Hey. Apparently his name is Neochew. Pokemon called. They want their Chew back.
Alan's, because this one's called Ochu, so Neo-Chu, like new Ochu. You obviously don't get the word Neo a lot, do you?
I mean, I know Neapolitan. But that's an ice cream flavor.
Let's see here. Stop, Holy, and Berserk. That can work still. I keep forgetting Marlboro rules in this game are kind of plants.
Plants! The most terrible foes! Plants!
Oh gee, I wonder what Marlboro's named after.
Was that you were gonna tell me, or did you want me to actually spell it out for you?
Oh yeah, Ochu. I keep forgetting about Ochus. I haven't played that many Final Fantasy games with Ochus in them. I think like the only tunes I can remember is Crystal Chronicles and Final Fantasy IX, best Final Fantasy of the PS1 era, by the way. If Alan ever wanted to try a Final Fantasy game, I would probably gift him that one, just because...
I've already tried a Final Fantasy game once.
Let me guess. 14.
No!
Which one, then?
I'm only gonna regret saying this, but, 13.
Honestly, I don't think 13's that bad. It may not be for you, but I don't think it's that bad.
No, it was the first one I picked up, and I put it down after after getting stuck on, like, the second boss fight. I'm still in the introductions part of the game!
That is a first for me. Wow, I don't know how to respond to that one. I'm sorry, Alan. Wow.
It's not my fault, man!
I'm sorry. I think Final Fantasy 13's tutorials are pretty straightforward and friendly.
Totally!
Alan, you tend to not get some things. Need I remind you of our Pokemon? I had to give you a guide of weaknesses because you try to use electric type moves on an Excadrill that's a ground type 2 times in a row.
We don't speak of it.
I just did. And I'm
no.
Anyway,
It never happened. It never happened. I do not know what you're talking about.
And you know what? I'll let Demonic correct me if Final Fantasy 13's tutorials are really that friendly. Even though I know. Oh, he knows. He said those tutorials can be a little too friendly, though. That I can agree with, though, Demonic. So yes, he's even admitting they can be friendly. So I think you kind of shot yourself here, Alan. You son of a bitch! You just killed my.
So basically, you're telling me that everyone can actually beat the second boss of the game.
I mean, I don't remember the second boss because it's been so long since I played, but I don't think I got to it yet. But likely, yes. Yes, because they know they know the system well enough based on how the tutorials are a little way too friendly.
My whole party got wiped.
That feels like a you problem. No offense.
Ah, yes, totally a me problem. When I'm the one who wants to try and beat the damn thing and put it to bed.
That still feels like a you problem. Okay, so you, sir, as risky as this is to go near you, have way too much HP, so I need to cut that in half. And this is why I like Twister and Demi a lot. Because it's cutting this thing with 500 HP down to size. Look at that. He only has 127 now.
Not bad. What is that, 2/3?
Yeah. Wow, he just KO'd my Time Mage, but that's fine. That's completely fine because he is almost done for.
Call it a desperation act, honestly.
And now he's blind, so...
Oh, no, that's not good. No, I'm blind. I can't see.
Alright, that is also a true thing. So, Demonican said, a lot of 13's fights are based on your pre-fight prep and then mostly auto-battling. So usually if the one strategy is not working, maybe prep your party in a different way. But again, that is most actual Pokemon RPGs. Geez. And I know some RPGs are a lot about strategy. Some heavier than others. You know what, I got so much money, why not just throw this blade at him to just end the fight? And that's true, that's one reason I love Jeskai a lot, Demonkin. Though this is the game that helped cement my love for tactical RPGs. But before we go to the final boss, we have, I believe, one more mission left, I want to say, because we can't do this one yet because we don't have the adamant alloy or the broken sword. But yeah, after that we can go straight to the final boss because we should have then beaten every other mission. Ooh, broadswords, copycat, and sabers. That's a great sword, thankfully. Good. Why'd you go to this group? Wow, I actually got one kill in. And I'm guessing Alan's away.
Oh, I'm just trying to think of something clever to say and I'm not coming up with anything.
Because I burned you a lot more. Oh, sorry about the last pointer. But yeah, Last Stand. This is the last of the Foreign Fiends missions against a vampire.
Oh god, I'm starting to think about Castlevania now. Oh, I don't.
Who is level?
Yes, the best name vampire, Dreadlord.
And you didn't even say anything about his level?
I mean, oh come on. It's not. It can't be that bad. I mean, it's only like probably gonna be 25. Oh my god, it's 46.
Okay, so broadswords, copycat, and sabers.
It's with these side bosses having higher levels than they have lost. That defies the laws of video game.
I mean, he's not that much. He's not harder than it. Like, even his stats are much lower, like only by 100 levels. But this is probably the best way to go about practicing for the final boss, in my opinion. But of course, being a vampire, he's an undead, so he's got a severe weakness. A very huge, crippling weakness. Hold on. Wanna check. Color magic's not forbidden, is it? No, it ain't! Oh, these are just all... Oops. 45% hit chance. Gonna have to take it. Okay, so one summon missed. That's fine. Can this next one hit? And yes, Demonkin's right. Both missed. That's something I did not quite expect, but... Let's see. Another 45% hit chance, but... Wow, that's... Okay, this one's better. 73% hit chance. And 140 damage. See what you're gonna do. Gonna go over there. Can I... Oof, he's right in a corner that I can't even get a good hit on him, I think. Ah, that's... Well, time for plan B. Time for plan B with my red mage, since Mr. Vampire there is just barely out of range. Out of range again. Okay, this time I'm gonna get a hit. Another 130, another solid 130 damage coming right up. Make that 132. Okay, I gotta see here. How much will this do? Possibly leave him with 1 HP or kill him. This fight is done. You are kidding me!
Still alive.
It missed.
Oh! What was the percentage rate?
It was pretty high if I remember correctly, but... It's fine. I got an alternate plan for that. Here. Have a double cure. Swear, this basic healing... Alright. Well, he's almost dead now. That's not gonna work. Can I at least... Yep. At least this could heal a character, possibly, but even if it doesn't hit him. And done. The vampire is dead. We have won. Alright, now it's... Is there any... Nope, that is... all the missions, then. Which basically means... 269 missions completed before the final boss. I think that is the max you can complete before you can beat the final boss. Which does mean, Alan, the last 30 missions of the 300 missions are all post-game. That could actually help me. Yeah, that one. I definitely will favor that one. Oh my god. Anyway. This time for real, it's time for the final boss, Alan. We already pretty much saw the story, so we know it. Okay, I don't want to... Actually, let's bring you in. That should be a good party. You there, Alan?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm just kind of zoned out.
Yeah, this time the final boss for real. Okay, the one thing I want to do, though, before we get started, is get rid of that technique slaw. Alright, and... there we go, that helps a lot. I wonder. I wanted to see some here. Can I hit you from here?
I do not think so.
Oh
Maybe.
my god, that's an 80% chance and gonna have one-shot Lednar. I love Ultima abilities. Let's do it!
And now I wanted to miss because that would make a hilarious clip.
Please don't. Please don't. He's dead.
Damn, it hit.
I basically shot him with his... with an equivalent of his own Omega skill.
Babas.
Yeah,
Why
because he
did you
was...
just randomly say Babas? Oh.
Because he was on... Because Babas was knocked unconscious.
Ah, yeah, speed reading!
Because we've already saw this story, remember? Alright, let's go then. See here, though. Let's go with this setup instead. Let's just throw Marchie right into the thick of it. Ooh, even with that powered up, even with that greatsword, that's still only. Ooh, Let's see though. She expected much though from the final boss, but
I mean, it is the final boss. So yeah. Only 84?
Oh shit, I forgot to change the... I forgot to do that for the law there. That was a penalty. That was a penalty to there. I completely forgot to remove that law there. Whoops. I got so into... I forgot that. That could have ended badly, but fixed it. I'll take the price of just the yellow card, thankfully. Alright, let's actually do... That's a 20% sleep chance on there, but not probably worth it. Better to do a double summon worth of damage. It's 60% on likely both, but at least it's going to do over 100 damage on both if it hits. Okay, that badly damaged Aldramount. That's good. He's actually almost done for, likely. Wow! He did 0 damage to me.
What? What?
My defense is too high. He can't do a thing to me.
Wow.
The final boss, on the other hand, hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because your defense is lower compared to the final boss. Did you expect anything different?
Maybe.
Is that a maybe I did, or is that maybe I did, but I'm not surprised that it's not?
Maybe. Oh yeah, Prism Wait, Ice Prism's helping boost my... Oh, Ice Prism nullifies fire? I gotta check that. Oh. Dang, that actually... Oh, nullifies fire and silence. So yeah, Fire Stream's a fire-based attack. Right. So yeah, that's what... It was not the defense, it was the Ice Prism saving me there.
Oh.
And now with the law no longer for beginning techniques, I will be safe to do my techniques again. Oh. I just realized that made me lose all my... That made me lose all my judge points, but... That's another reason to be careful for it. But I'm not going to restart the fight just for the sake of getting my judge points back. No. Time for something stupid. Approaching close to the final boss just to do this. Just so I can go again as Marchi. Do another Far Fist. And slowly...
My fist will attack you from far away!
And slowly build back up my judge points with him. After my stupid mistake there. Alright, let's see here then. Double cast. So the silence is a typo, so it only really just nullifies fire.
Oh.
The Ice Prism, that is. That's fine, though. And that takes care of Aldramouch. And she's gonna kill my Time Mage. See here, can I... I want all my judge points back on Marchi if possible. Oh, please cut his HP in half, I dare you. Oh, thank you. Oh, no, you didn't trigger last quicken. Damn it. I'm gonna see if I can try and blind the final boss. Well, that's a 60% chance, and I figured as much. Thankfully, I have a skill to revive characters with my summoner. This is my first time seeing Phoenix. I've never seen this summon before in my life.
What summon?
The Phoenix summon.
Mm-hmm.
Not Air Blast. Well, Air Blast could have given me some, but... Well, she almost killed my Time Mage and triggered his last Quicken, so... Marchie goes again. Yeah, this is me trying to rebuild my judge points I foolishly lost by breaking the law like an idiot. I'm making amends here rather than restarting. Restarting could have been smarter, but yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Let's see here, though. That blinds him. But alright, let's see here. I could have enough double cast to do...
Could. Could and do are two very different things, entirely.
Alright. This is gonna definitely kill Famfrit, though. I want to still attempt to blind her. There we go. Yet she's still somehow hit. That's amazing.
I'm impressed that it actually landed.
Alright, and... trying to get to Marchie's turn. He only has... unfortunately, from the looks of this, it's going to have 7 judge points, but I'm going to have to make do with that. And first form done.
Yep, you got through the first part.
Ooh, that could be a problem though. The weapon, my weapon defense stat went down by 9 points for breaking the law. Oof. And I'm gonna keep trying this final boss because there's really nothing else, unfortunately, to do.
Alright, what move are we getting first this time?
We'll see. But my characters are now much higher leveled.
Oh look, she brought 2 more goons to waste your time.
Let's see. Definitely want you though. I think you're better for this one because you're faster. I might check something though for my... Do I want to chance the... I could chance either time the... I could chance the time mage for a lot of going to my turns, but I'll have... My only form of healing will be my bishop. Or I could... this is... I'm gonna go with... I'm gonna play smart and have my blue mage for healing.
Alright, where are we at?
Wait.
Oh, you just started? Has the boss gone yet?
No.
Good.
I haven't even said the okay to begin the battle, but now we are.
Engage with.
This boss is still a pain in the ass.
To win, defeat the boss. Get ready.
Okay, first step first, though, what I'm gonna do. Gonna use my almighty anti-law to remove all laws.
Okay.
And let's see. Put that in. Put that in. Put that in to protect my Banga. And that in to protect my human characters. Now the big thing is I have to make sure moves targeting on my allies heal or just supportive status and elements. This in turn will make her mooks not be able to do anything to my party. They'll just wander around doing nothing until the boss decides to change the laws of her own free will.
I see.
And yes, I did change the... I did watch the laws, Demonican. Yeah, offensive action against... it says there. What I'm doing is not... Smile is not offensive, so... It's just taking my turn. Remedy's classified as a monster. Oh.
Uh-huh.
Stream got delayed, that's fine. 60% chance. I just wanted to hit to try and get some judge points. I don't care for large damage right now.
59.
I'm gonna try and see here. I forgot to put... That's a fine... I just need... Corner is really the only abilities I need for my assassin right now. A lot of things I realized I forgot to do, but... Wow, even Ultima's not going to do that much damage to her, but still, I'm going to take it. 186, that's still a good chunk. Raise defense and resistance. That is gonna help a lot. And they can't do anything, but the final boss on the hand doesn't care. Let's see, what's she gonna do?
The final boss doesn't care? No!
Oh boy.
You don't say!
Alpha.
It's almost as if it's, I don't know, the final boss! Yellow card.
That's...
Can you actually beat the boss on a red card?
Nope. As long as the boss has it's metal by their name, they can never get a red card.
Oh. Damn it, I was hoping for a loophole.
No such loopholes. Poles.
I thought of it. Fuck.
Okay. Yeah, that is true, Demonica. It makes it turning her around is gonna make it easier for me to get a hit on her. Okay, I just needed it to get to Marchie's turn. She's almost dead. This scene only plays when she's almost dead. Mute's finally coming around.
It only took him an entire game to do so.
Of course. Do you expect any less?
No.
I'm sorry, but I should have not have gone fancy with combos like I was going to try and do the last time. And maybe if I did this, I could have survived a bit more. But Then again, this boss is pretty random. Alright, so let's finish this in style. 48 HP. Got one person that's going to be joining in on the combo. Oh, could have gotten two if I could. Possibly if my bishop was still alive, but oh well. Time to finish this with style.
You mean you have style?
Ouch, I didn't say 346 damage!
Damn, son!
And that is why combos are busted! Yep.
Go lower.
This text is auto-playing, so I have no control of it.
Oh!
And Shara makes Ritz relay something. Because yeah, Ritz's hair is naturally white, but she dyes it pink because she's ashamed of her white hair. But yeah, in this world though, Ritz's hair is naturally pink, but in the real world, white. And Shaw's making her realize that she made her mother sad by hating her hair and always wanting to dye it.
I see.
But yeah, it somehow disappeared.
You disappeared? Oh no.
Yeah, and there he is again.
Oh, he's back.
And yep, everyone's returning home.
Yay! We can go home now. And there was my tree choice.
Marchie helped convince everyone to go home by making them see the good of the world and how you need to face reality. Good old Mont Blake helping us out by saying our goodbye.
And then we all wake up and realize it was a dream. The end.
I mean, this is a real a dream world in a sense, created real. You're forgetting that. Yep.
It's all fun and games until something goes wrong.
No, but everything's returning to normal.
Yeah. Hey.
I love how they just were showing a battle there at one time as the world was changing back. Oh my god. But yeah, Ritz is living high with her white hair. Yeah, Sid is no longer her drunken depression and is just living a more respectable life again. Well, working back up to there. And Don't is actually making friends.
Yeah.
With
All's well that ends well.
Oh, and this is one of my favorite scenes. The bullies are back! But watch what happens. Yeah, Marty's standing up for himself for now. And Mute has an idea! Well, they taught the bullies just by a friendly snowball. ball fight payback. Better than actual violence, though. Better than turning the bullies into zombies.
I still called that.
You originally called the bullies were going to be the main villains of the world, but then you said, like, he turned the... You were guessing that he turned the bullies into zombies, and then I showed you their names.
No. It was... I said he turned them into zombies. They're the zombies. And then you're like, oh my god, stop calling this. Oh.
I was like, no. I was actually like, well, what would you... do you think as I was showing you each of their 3 names? But yeah.
Well, to be, you can't. Well, they deserved it though. Let's be honest.
There's always a chance bullies can learn their lesson. From my experience, yes, there's a chance not there too. But I've seen both sides. But either way, really, this game, fantastic story. Like, a lot of people give this game crap. Yep. For different reasons. I can admit the judge system is... The judge and law system kind of can be a turnoff for some. I definitely can get how some don't have the patience to push the law into their favor. I can work with it. I'm okay with it, but I can acknowledge that people's side of that. The one thing, though, I can't acknowledge and agree with, that... I mean, that's also true to American, but it's just my experience. I've always been to give people benefit of the doubt of change until they show me otherwise. But anyway, the one thing I don't agree on that some people criticize on this game is that is when people say Marchie was the true villain of the story.
Why? What is he the true villain of the story? I don't recall him being.
Here's their logic. Their logic is he ruined a little kid's escape world from reality, forcing him back into the harshness of reality. That's their basic logic, and I'm like, you're missing the story, the point of the lesson here. It's saying, yes, an escape helps you when reality can suck. An escape can help, but too much of an escape is unhealthy. You have to accept and face reality sometime. Otherwise, you don't grow as a person. I'm pretty sure it's a joke. I've seen people that actually are serious about it, unfortunately, Demonican. I'm not going to deny some are probably joking, but I've seen people that are legitimate serious about it. And it's scary, because that is entirely wrong. Again, like, the entire point of the story is, like, Margie helped them grow. He helped them realize if they choose to stay in an escapism for eternity, they're locking their growth. They're not getting any better. Because admittedly, as hard as it sounds, as human beings, we grow by facing reality and overcoming it. I'm sure even you can see that, Alan, right?
Some of us face reality better than others. I, unfortunately, am not one of them. Sometimes. Other times, it's easier to face reality. It's one of those weird coin toss things, you know?
Anyway, I will only just laugh at the idiots. That's just how I am. I'm still going to call them out, regardless if it's joking or not. That's just how I'm doing it. But yeah, that... is the game, but we're not entirely done yet. Because again, by this point, we have now hit post-game. A lot of stuff opens up. And I do mean a lot. We got... Oops. One sec. We get a ton of new missions.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, we're gonna definitely go into the post game another time. But I think we'll do at least one post game mission before we end off. Oh, I forgot there's a third almighty anti-light card, and it's only in the World Worm. I keep forgetting that. Okay then. Let's see though. I don't know if I want to... like, here's an interesting case of why I said, like, you know, be ready for some missions to be difficult, because Saber status and healing. Do I have a law card that... Oh wow, getting my almighty anti-laws back. Lol. That's funny.
As if you need them anymore.
I mean, there's still a lot of missions to do, but this is probably a good one to end the stream off of early on. The World Worm. Let's try this without any healing, because here's the boss.
This cannot be bad. He's only level 46. You got this in the bag. You're gonna be just fine.
Alan, if you're trying to jinx me, it's not gonna work.
I wasn't trying to jinx you, actually.
Saber staff and healing. That's one that's forbidden.
Now, if I was trying to jinx you, you would know.
Would I?
Yes.
Would I?
Yes. Yes, you would.
Are you absolutely sure I would know?
Yes.
Are you positive?
Yes! Now stop asking me. Good lord. That's like asking me if I want a game called I can't think of any games that I actually want right now off the top of my head.
See here. And the boss is almost dead. And I brought no healing characters in, so this is actually really good. Like I said, you beat the final boss, everything else in the game is easy. If you can handle the final boss very well, everything else in the game is easy.
See, I told you you had this in the bag. But no, you had to make it seem like I was trying to jinx you for some reason.
Guys, you like seeing me fail. Mr. Tormented me on cluster trucks.
OPS charged. But come on, that's cluster truck. That's totally different. Totally. Final Fantasy Tactics, a tactical RPG. Cluster Truck, a nonsensical indie game developed by an independent creator. Still better than half of the crap that AAA puts out. Hey,
There's still some good AAA games. I've been enjoying Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order a lot. And like that, he's done.
See, I told you you had it in the bag, but did you believe me? No. You had to make it think. You had to think that I was trying to set you up for failure.
I mean, wouldn't you?
Why would I do that to my good friend? He says as he sweeps Cluster Truck under the rug.
Okay, I wanted to see here though. Does this one have any deadline? Nope. I can get that one for later. You know what? I know I said that we're gonna end off there, but why not? Why not at least get one of the other special party post-game party members?
And that would be...
Rick and Ritz, that comment just...
What?
I mean, gee, I wonder who this... who the new party member is gonna be. Steel summoning skills. You are not who I wanted to fight.
Oh, you didn't get a fight you weren't expecting? Time to run!
Yeah, Mortal Snow. Here we go.
Mortal Snow.
Three vampires. And let me see if I'm... And of course, again. Guess what, Alan?
What?
Did you not see the vampires' names?
It's the... Yep! It's them again!
It seems this world has its own sense of humor, even with Mute gone. Even with Mute gone and now living peacefully in the real world, this world has its own sense of humor for what he created. It just went up and went like, oh, let's just make the boys into vampires again this time, just for lols, even though Mute's no longer here.
Lamau.
Keep in mind, this is not Mute's doing. This is probably the world's doing this time. Let's see here, though. Wait. Hold on.
Did you... What happened?
Nothing. I was just checking because I was like, wait, am I experiencing internet connection?
Oh.
Why the heck not? Knight targets everyone but the user, but... And of course it only affected Marchie. Wow.
Uh-huh.
That's funny. Wow, they're trying to gang up on Ritz. In that case, time to help. Excellent. One of the vampires is blinded now.
Yeah, you blinded him. Good job.
Unfortunately, Ritz is down to her fencer class again instead of her awesome red mage class she had when I fought her.
You had to fight Ritz? When did that happen?
Before the final boss mission.
I was not paying attention, apparently.
You were... Nope, you were you went to bed when that happened. I'll send you the highlight or VOD, one of the two. Yeah, don't mind me, just assisting Ritz in killing them.
Don't mind me! Don't mind me!
Shut up, Huey, Dewey, or Louie!
No, I was quoting Proton John. You don't remember when he, you don't remember fuck, I'm trying to remember what it was now.
The what?
He played a Dora game, and he was going through the maze, and then he started doing cursed things.
Cursed things on John's stream? No.
No, it was pretty hilarious though.
Also, Alan.
What?
You apparently don't realize the don't mind that I was referencing a Kingdom Hearts game because Huey, Dewey, and Louie literally say don't mind me when they pass you in a race in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Excuse me, I've never played Kingdom Hearts in my life.
Hey, you can get it on Switch when it comes to Cloud. Still questioning that decision.
Why would I want to play a game that's meant to be played offline to be forced? No, hold on. Why would I want to play a game offline when I am forced to save the game when I'm online? That kind of defeats the purpose of being an offline game. The PlayStation 2 got this right even!
I mean, if it was just Kingdom Hearts 3, I would get that, but all of them? No. Oh no, he killed Ritz. Good thing I casted Auto Life on her. A vampire is going to come back eventually at this rate, with this one taking so long to... Good. I know what I'm going to do to halt it in its tracks. I command you to stop.
You command me to stop. Stop what? I'm not doing anything.
I meant the vampire.
Oh. Duh.
Okay, Rich, you got an easy kill now. I like how the stop shot could have killed him, but didn't. So it's like, okay, as long as he gets killed before one of them gets revived.
You win!
Ritz, about that. Their names were the exact same thing.
What, did she have a sense of deja vu?
No, she's just remembering the snowball fight at the beginning of the game. Yep. Ritz can now join the party.
Yeah, fine time for you to join when it's too late for now!
I mean, these characters can only join post-game. That's why I said post-game characters. But yeah, Ritz is, I'd probably say, I'm actually not sure where to place it, because she's pretty much just a reskinned Vera. I think her stats are a little better. I don't remember if law counts considered a human or Viera. But overall, she's just good to have another Viera if you want her. Yeah, that definitely is it for now. So next time, we might not pick this up sometime next week. We'll see. Might be next Friday I pick this up again. But until then, that's gonna be it. Next time we'll probably we'll definitely do Moogle Bride. We'll definitely do Maiden's Cry and Left Behind as well, which are 2 other post-game character missions. But overall, most of the remainder of the game will be finishing off some post-game missions. Because, how many do we have left now? I gotta check. We got a total of 29 left. Yeah, 29 in post-game missions left. That should be fine. We could probably do that, I hope. We'll see. You all... Thursday, it's going to be more Dead Space 3 with EX Porygon. Nothing Friday or Saturday, but until then, later everyone, and thanks for joining. I gotta finish up some cleaning and laundry before leaving for dinner tonight. See ya, Brown, and thanks for joining, Alan.
Yep, anytime.